morning. Darlacansell, real estate broker, real estate agent with Real Broker in South Louisiana. Guys, I think it's must be in the high 20s or early low 30s this morning, because it is cold, but it feels amazing. What a great day to be in real estate. I have a full day today, and people ask me all the time, how's the market? Listen, that's such a subjective question. It depends on what real estate agent you ask. For me, since I got into real estate in 2019, it has not slowed down. It has been really an amazing whirlwind. I love everything real estate. I live and breathe it. Currently, I have lots and lots of things pending. I don't even know how many right now. I have lots of listings, new ones coming every day. If you've heard me talk before, you know when someone calls me to list their house, I go meet with them. I give them a to-do list of things to do to prepare it. Those things are never major. They're not upgrades. They're not renovating things. They're basically cleaning, purging, maybe changing light bulbs to brighter light bulbs, freshening up landscape, freshening up door entryways, those kinds of things. I talk to some realtors sometimes, and they talk about how they give sellers crazy to-do lists, like renovating things, upgrading things, changing countertops. Listen, that's silly. That is so silly. There is no way that I'd ever walk into someone's house and say, if you change these countertops, it's going to add X amount of dollars to a sale. That is so subjective. That's such a waste of time. Now listen, if your countertops for whatever reason are damaged or stained really bad or something like that, then yeah, that's a different scenario, but I've actually never come across that. If you have missing flooring, yes, that is something that I would say, fix your floors, right? But if your floors are just old, or your countertops are just old, or your carpet is just old, listen, old, dirty carpet is sure not appealing to people, but there's such a thing as steam cleaning it. So I've probably closed now close to 450 transactions over the last couple of years, and I've never one time told people to rip out carpet, but I've absolutely told them to steam clean it. Your house, when it hits the market, cannot be too clean. It cannot be too decluttered. It cannot be too bright. It cannot be too odor-free. When a buyer is looking to buy a house, when they walk into your house, they want to be able to picture themselves living there. So they don't want to smell you. They don't want to smell your animals. They don't want to see your dirt or your filth or your clutter. So it's hard work. It's hard work selling a house, but it's always worth the effort every single time. So if you're thinking about selling your house, do the things that you would want people to do if you were buying it. If you were walking through your house to buy it, what are the things you'd want to do? You'd want to be able to see the countertops, right? If it's full of crap everywhere. You'd want to be able to see the floor. If there's stuff all over the floor, pick it up. Have pride in what you are selling or what you are getting ready to put on the market. So currently for me, the market is insanely busy. It is going to continue to be busy. People ask me all the time, how's it going? Listen, this is the answer. There will always be people wanting to buy. There will always be people needing or wanting to sell all the time, just like anything else. And the cost of real estate is going to continue to rise. Think about the price of anything 5 or 10 years ago. The price of a loaf of bread, the price of milk, the price of a vehicle, right? All of those things are relevant when you're thinking about real estate. The price of real estate is going to continue to rise. It just will. So people say, when's the best time to buy? The best time to buy real estate was yesterday. The best time to buy real estate was yesterday. Because if you compare the prices 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago to today's prices, there's no comparison. They will continue to rise. My son graduated from college in May. He's a chemical engineer. He's saving a down payment right now. Listen, he makes under $128,000 a year. He qualifies for 100% financing on a house. He doesn't need to put a penny down, but he wants to. So in February and March, we're going to start house hunting because he wants to close on a house in June. But guess what? If he would have graduated from college 5 years ago and would have gotten a house 5 years ago, the price difference is absolutely insane. There's no comparison to the prices of real estate 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Listen, just 3 years ago. When COVID hit and the rates were in a ridiculous downturn, the rates were in the 2s and the 3s, what do you think happened to the price of real estate? It skyrocketed, and people paid well over what they ever would have paid before because they were qualifying for 2s and 3s interest rates. Well, then the price is relevant. The price went up because there was such a demand for it. But those prices have never come down. And that's what happens. The prices do not come down. Now, the rates right now are in the 5s, 6s, 7s. There are some scenarios where the interest rates are in the 4.5s, and I can tell you where those houses are. If you're interested, give me a call. But for the most part, rates are in the 5s, 6s, and 7s, depending on your interest, depending on your credit and your debt to income ratio. But if you are thinking about buying, the best time to buy was yesterday. So the best time today is to buy today or tomorrow. But the longer you wait, the higher the prices will be and the more money you will need. All right? Listen, if you're thinking about buying, there is a loan type for everyone. The biggest misconception I ever had before I got into real estate was that if you want to buy, you need 20% down. That is absolutely the furthest thing from the truth. I've, in fact, never had a couple that has put 20% down. You may put 3.5% down if your credit's not so great and if you have high debt, which means you're going to qualify for an FHA loan. If you qualify for a conventional loan, you're going to put down 3 or 5%. If you qualify for a VA loan, if you're a veteran, you're qualifying for 100% financing, which means you can buy a house with no money. If you make under $128,000 a year, you qualify for a USDA or an RD loan, which again is 100% financing. And listen, I'm not sure if that number is 128 or 118, but it's somewhere around that number. If your gross income per year is around that number or less, you qualify for 100% financing if your credit is decent. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great. It has to be decent. And I don't know that number, but if you get in touch with me, if you're thinking about buying, I can absolutely set you up with a mortgage broker or a lender. Most of the time, a bank is not the best place to go to get a loan, with one exception. Abbeville Building and Loan is an amazing place to get a loan if you have 20% down, right? But 9 times out of 10, the most amount of money that you may put down is 5%. Likely it's 100% financing or 3.5% down. So y'all, the market is for me, it's great. I have lots of buyers looking. There's never enough inventory for buyers. So if you are thinking about selling, when was the best time to sell? Yesterday. When's another good time? Today or tomorrow? Get in touch with me and I will give you the lowdown of how to get started. And then if you're very serious, I will go meet with you in person. I will give you a to-do list. Once you're done with your to-do list, I will send out my photographer who will then take pictures, video your house, get it on the market, and we will get it sold. Y'all enjoy this weather, enjoy this day, and remember, there are no stupid questions in real estate. Ask all your hard questions. If you're working with a real estate agent who doesn't know the answer or makes you feel like you are a pain, run, because there are plenty of other agents who would gladly answer your questions. Y'all have a great day. Take care.